My name is Tamar Bates, and this is my episode of Childhood Outside the Box.
Hi everyone, my name is Ziarre. Today you're watching Childhood Outside the Box. I'm here with
Kegen. Today we have a very special guest, Tamar Bates.
Okay, so we're going to start with a couple questions for you. First of all, what is it that you do that you're known for?
I'm a part of the men's basketball team at the University of Missouri. So right up the road in Columbia. This will be my junior year. From Kansas City, from Adcock County, to Piper High School. And at high school, I went to Indiana University for 2 years, and I just transferred to come closer to home.
So that was the only reason you transferred back to closer to home?
Not necessarily. It was more of a mutual thing with me and the coaching staff, but with having my daughter just being born last year, her just turning 1, I definitely wanted to try and get back closer to home with going to sport and figuring out what my next step was going to be.
And how are you liking the move back?
I've been on campus for about 3 weeks. I'm loving it. Obviously, I wouldn't have been able to get this interview done if I wasn't so close, because as soon as I got done with practice at the end of this past week, I was able to get on the road, hour 45 drive. So it's just great just because it's Father's Day weekend, so a lot more family events and stuff. I won't miss as many moments as I did being 7 hours away in comparison to now too. Yeah.
So my question is, can you tell us how it feels to be a father?
I would say it's a lot of different emotions. My first 3 months, it really didn't feel real. It didn't really set in. It kind of felt like we were still in kind of like a honeymoon phase of being a father and a mother. But man, it's special. I mean, I feel like every time I'm around Leilani, I just get a lot of energy, and she's just, with being a father of a girl, she can't do no wrong in my eyes, right? Being a girl dad. So I just try to provide all sources of protection, and then even with her being 1, she's so intelligent. I learn stuff from her and just see a lot of myself in her. So being a dad is just another source of motivation. Something that I didn't really know I needed at the time when I found out that my girlfriend was pregnant with her. But it's special. You really can't put it into words until it happens. Because growing up, I'm sure y'all parents always told y'all, you'll never really know how much you love another human until you have a kid. And I always kind of took that statement for granted. I hear you, I get it. I didn't disagree with him, but it really came into. I definitely felt it as soon as she was born, and definitely now with her being a little older, walking and talking, and just really developing her little personality. So being a father, it's amazing.
So you think being a father has helped you with mental growth and things like that, your mindset?
Without a doubt, just because it's a lot of things that you, just the way you go about life, it's kind of you have more of a sense of urgency to get things done. I had to grow up a lot faster in comparison if I didn't have a child. Right? So things that I got to take care of, I got to have my priorities straight because I got to provide for her. Obviously I got my family, extended family that has helped us tremendously since she's been born. But at the end of the day, I'm her dad. I got to raise her and make sure that I'm a sole provider. So I just got to continue to work day by day and to be able to give her the life that I know she deserves.
How has it been balancing being a father and being a dad?
I would say, especially now being closer, it's a lot easier. When I was at Indiana, I kind of people would ask me if it was tough being further away from home with my daughter and my girlfriend being back home. I would say no, but now being closer, I can definitely feel that it was weighing on me. It definitely changed my perspective knowing that they right down the road in comparison to me being, in Indiana 7 hours away in a whole different time zone. So, it's easy to balance it simply because, I got my girlfriend and my parents at home to help with her, and, take care of her and raising her while I'm not here. And on top of that, it's just different lessons and things within basketball and being a father that translate into both. So it's definitely easy to balance them off. I just continue to take it day by day.
So with being an athlete, what inspired you to go down the field?
So it's kind of funny. I tell the story a lot. When I was 5, my dad, he had his own basketball team, KC Majeed. I didn't even want to play, right? I was the mascot. I didn't have a costume, but I had a jersey, it said 00, big name Scoop on the back. And I didn't want to play. My older brother, Trey, he wanted to play. He was already on the team, so I would be on the sideline, with my mom cheering. I give my dad a clipboard when he needed when I was on the bench, but I didn't want to play basketball. But just being around a game, it kind of just, it just grew on me. And having my brother and always being right up under him and him always wanting to play basketball, it kind of just happened. It was only a matter of time. So
did you play for your dad's team?
I did eventually play for my dad when I was 5, so right like kindergarten.
Okay.
And then from there on in, it was just like, I just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to keep getting better. Me and my brother have always watched college basketball, NBA basketball, so it's always been a dream just to get to that level. And that's just what we've been working towards, what my family's been pushing me to. It's just something that I was always loved to do. Things that have obviously happened in my life, family members passing away, having a daughter, it just made me just continue to keep going.
So are you on the path to the NBA, or is there going to be like another path that you're going to take after college?
Right now, my mind is obviously set on this season, but the next step would definitely be being drafted and playing in the NBA. Hopefully after this year, but if not, go back to my senior year and get the job done. But I definitely, that's for sure the next step.
Have you ever had a change of thought, like maybe basketball isn't what you want to do long term?
That's honestly never been like, I can kind of just sum it up as I've never had like a plan B. Right? Now I've always, obviously when I'm at school and my major in public health. So when I was at IU, I was a sport marketing management major, but public health was under that same umbrella. So obviously I take my classes seriously and I want to get my degree because I know the ball's gonna stop bouncing at some point. But through my journey, it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I've never been like, I think I want to stop, or I think I don't want to go to the NBA because continuing on the path that I've been on, that's going to be the best way for me to provide for my family at this point in my life. So, and just change the course of my family dynamic because nobody in my direct family, starting with my grandpa, has played Division I, like collegiate basketball, or went to the NBA. So, I want to change the trajectory of my family and, create generational wealth. I know that I can do that with the game of basketball. But obviously after, it's a lot of different things that I've kind of thought about that I wanted to do, what I could do with my major, that being, just being a voice, a face on TV, like Sports Center or ESPN or something, like, just staying around the game, whether it's coaching or broadcasting, something that I can use my degree for to do after the game to continue.
So you want to stay around the sports?
Definitely want to stay around basketball.
Okay.
So one thing I've noticed about you is that you have 2 tattoos right now. I've just been wondering what the meaning behind those.
So these are my daughter's, her footprints from when she was born, and I got them like this past year during my sophomore year. So, and I kind of just the meaning. And I've thought about this a lot, but I wanted to get it on my hand just because it's something like I always use my hands. I always see like like my hand like throughout the day. And it's kind of just like the ground that she walks on is determined by me and what I do. So that's kind of how I summed it up. Because I've thought about that and I always thought somebody's gonna ask me, why'd you get her feet, tattooed on her hands? But that's pretty much how I think about it. Like the ground that she walks on, like I'm gonna lay out the red carpet for her. Like I'm gonna make sure the life that I had, hers is 10 times, 100 times better than how I was raised.
I feel like that's something a lot of parents always want to like
Yeah.
Like usually when I first saw the tattoos, I thought it was just like just a lot of parents think their child's footprint on like somewhere tatted on it. But I like the story.
Yeah.
I think.
How about 2 more questions to wrap it up? Okay.
So, it's very evident that your daughter is very important. So, do you plan on having more, or? Because it's not a very big situation.
I would say like right now, at this point in time, like not right now, but later on down the line, I would definitely like to give her a brother or a sister. Right now, me and her mom, all my focus is on her, raising her and making sure, she's safe. Because obviously, we had her when I was 19, my girlfriend is 20, so young parents, so we still figuring out as we go, but we joke about it all the time, like later on, like in a few years, like when Leilani's older, we'll probably give her a little brother or something, just because it's like, we just see how much she glows and just how intelligent she is, and just from her being one, like what she's gonna do in this life. It's like we can't only, mix our genes and have one baby like this. So we gotta do it. But that's not the focus right now. We still gotta, we still gotta, put our work in and lay the groundwork. So then, when that time does come, that second child is gonna be good.
So, I've been wondering this for some time. How long have you been together?
We've been together, let me see, so that was going to my freshman year. Once in my freshman year, so we are coming up, we've been together in 2 years. In 2 years of change. Because we were together the whole year before Ayanna was born. She's 1 now, so yeah. So 2 years.
So do you guys think that like the bond that you have made it easier to navigate this year?
Yeah, without a doubt. People ask me like all the time, like before she was born, like if I was like scared of how I was gonna grow, and I was like, not at all, because this is a girl that I want to marry. This is somebody that I want to be with for the rest of my life. So I was just fortunate that the person that I did have a child with was somebody that I actually not only enjoyed being around, but just enjoyed being with. And call her my partner. So that definitely makes it a lot easier, just knowing that we both have a deep amount of love for each other, and we just pour it into the line. But that definitely makes it easier. You probably heard a lot of stories about people who have kids with somebody that they don't like, or somebody they don't have to see themselves having a future with. Yeah, and then now to build on that, like we've been able to really learn more about each other, because we had Leilani so early in our relationship that everything was just catered towards her. So now we're growing up a little bit more, just doing this thing together. We've been able to really grow closer together and learn more about each other on this journey.
I think it's for a lot, there's so much more learning to do.
Yeah.
While we're still young.
No doubt.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and close out. If you want to, you can do like a shout out your social medias, or like where we can see you playing basketball, things like that.
I mean, all of the Mizzou basketball games will be on ESPN. So, when the schedule comes out, It'll be on social media at Mizzou Hoops. My direct Instagram is at Tamar Bates. Don't use Twitter too much, so ain't no point in me shouting that one out. But yeah, most of everything associated with me would be just with Missouri basketball.
Perfect. Well, thank you for coming out and giving us a little bit of your time.
I appreciate y'all having me.
And that was.
And that's a wrap.
Yep, that's a wrap. Childhood outside the box.